Good morning, class. How are you all? I hope you all are fine. So, children, in your previous session, right, we had discussed how birds are different from other animals, right? Along with that, we had also solved eye connect exercise and we had discussed about feathers and their types. Okay, so children, today we are going to learn more about birds, how birds can fly, and that is the first thing which we are going to study, and then we will discuss about their food habits. Okay children, are you all ready? So let's begin. I'll just share my screen with you all. Okay, just give me a minute. Okay, how birds fly. So, we had already discussed bird uses flight muscles. We also have muscles in our body, right children? Muscles are going to help us in the movement. Similarly, they also have flight muscles which is going to help them while flying. They are going to fly with the help of their wings. They are going to flap their wings and they will fly. Now children, its wings also show two kinds of movements. First one is upstroke and second one is downstroke. What they will do children, when we talk about upstroke movement, the wings move upward and backward. Okay, upward and backward in an upstroke movement. And when we discuss about downstroke movement, the wings move downward and forward. Downward and forward. So how these birds are going to fly children? Up, back, down, forward. Like this they are going to fly. Yes. So that's why wings shows these two type of movements, upstroke and downstroke movement. Okay. Then children, you have ever thought that this we were discussing that was about flying? Yes, they will be able to fly in this manner. They are going to follow these two movements. Okay, their wings are going to follow these two movements. But what when they want to land? What will happen? So at the time of landing, birds, whichever bird is there, they are going to just spread out their wings and they will just smoothly glide down without much flapping. Understood? So whenever they want to fly, children, they are going to flap their wings. But whenever they want to land, right? So at that time, they will just simply slide down without much flapping. Okay, children. Now, do you know, children, there are few birds that cannot fly? Which are those birds? Here you can see, children, some birds such as ostrich, emu, penguin and kiwi cannot fly. These birds are known as flightless birds. That means they will not be able to fly, right? So these penguins, ostrich, emu, they are going to children, they will simply walk. They can run, but they will not be able to fly. So these are called as flightless birds. Okay. Now children, we will discuss about their food habits. Birds, birds do not have teeth, but instead of that, they have beak, which is going to help them in holding their food, and they can eat their food with the help of beak, right? We have teeth, but they don't have teeth. Now, children, different birds eat different types of food. Okay, so birds eat seeds, fruits, then worms, insects, flesh of other animals. You know, children, parrot and cuckoos, they enjoy eating fruits. Then, over here you can see the small birds, sparrow and finch. They also eat, what they eat? They eat grains. Then, hummingbird, you can see this bird which is having a long beak. Then we have the yellow and blue colored one bird, that is sunbird, and then we have this black one, that is woodpecker. Children, these birds know they suck nectar from the flowers. They are going to suck the juice which is there in the flower. Okay children, they are going to suck, so that is called as nectar, they are going to suck from the flowers. So different types of birds eat different types of food. And children, they have different kinds of beaks also, right? So we will discuss about that now. Different kinds of beak. Curved beak. You can see birds such as parrot, hornbill, they have curved beak. It helps them to crack nuts and hard fruits because they eat nuts and fruits. So they have this type of beak. Second one, short, hard and pointed beak. Short, hard and pointed beak. Sparrow, pigeon, peacock. They have these type of beak, children. Why they have this type of beak? So that they can break open and eat the seeds, nuts and grains. Right, children? Now we will move to the next one. Long and pointed beak, children. We had discussed about this, that birds such as hummingbird, sunbird, they are going to suck nectar from the flowers with the help of their long and pointed beak. Okay, so that's why they have long and pointed beak, because they are going to suck nectar from the flowers. They are going to suck juice from the flowers, right? Then we have strong, sharp and hooked beak. So birds such as eagle, vulture, kite, children, they feed on other animals, right? So they are called birds of prey. So they have long, strong, sharp and hooked beak. Such type of beak helps them to tear the flesh of their prey. So that's why they have these type of hooked beak. Okay, now let's move to the next one. Strong and chisel shaped beak. Children, you know birds such as woodpecker, hoopoe, they have these strong and chisel shaped beaks which is going to help them to drill holes. They have to, children, you know, drill machine. Drill machine is going to drill, right? We are going to use that if you want to fix something, or if you want to just hammer a nail. So for that also we need a drilling machine. So imagine their beak helps them to drill holes in the trunk of the trees so that they can make their nest, and children inside that trunk, and they can even pull out the insects from that place. So this is their, what we can say, this is their this is their feeding habit. So they eat, they pull out insects and they eat, right? So they have this type of chisel and strong shaped beak. Okay, now you all have seen ducks, right? They have broad and flat beak. Why do they have broad and flat beak, children? Along with that, you can see one more thing. They have holes over here. Yes, you can see in the picture also. So what will happen, children? This type of beak helps them to take in muddy water. So whenever they are going to be in the water. So they are going to take that muddy water. In that muddy water, they have worms, insects, small plants. What will happen? This muddy water flows out through these holes, leaving the worms, insects and plants. Plants, insects and worms will be inside, and that muddy water will be thrown out through these holes. So that's why ducks are having broad and flat beak. Yes. Now, spoon-shaped beak, children. You know, we also use spoon, right? When we want to eat something, we use spoon, right? So birds such as spoonbills, they have spoon-shaped beaks. So this type of beak helps them to gather tadpoles, insects from the water. Even they can eat fish also, children. So this beak is going to help them so that they can easily catch their prey. Understood? So they can gather tadpoles, they can gather insects, even they can catch small fishes also, because they have this type of beak. Right, children? Then broad, long and sharp. Children, can you see how much broad these birds are having their beak, right? Broad, long and sharp edged beak. Such type of beaks is seen in fish eating birds. Which bird is this? Pelican, children. They have this type of beak so that they can catch tadpoles, crabs, fish. So that's why they have broad, long, sharp and edged beak, children, so that they can easily eat their food, right? So children, just a minute. So children, what we had seen today, that birds will be able to fly. Why? Because their wings follow two types of movement, upstroke and downstroke. Along with that, we had also discussed about flightless birds, right? And then we had discussed about food habits. So different birds have different types of food habits, and they have different birds have different types of beaks. Right, children? So I hope whatever we have done today is clear to you all. Okay, children, thank you and have a nice day. Bye, children. Bye.